Come up here. Come up here. I want to give you a hug. Come up here.
Like, I don't know where this money's supposed to come from.
I wanted to be a teacher.
That's a very wonderful thing for you to do. That's a great job.
In this episode, a woman struggles as she tried to deal with the loss of her baby.
What's the name on the registration?
Well, I have three sisters. My friend, Melaides, and one name, I know Amonte, which is a Pennsylvania place.
Jacqueline Silverio.
That's me.
Okay, and then you have Maciel Almonte
Yeah, that's my sister.
and Midelis Nicasio.
That's my friend.
Well, you have an awful lot of tickets here, Jacqueline.
Yes.
Here's her defense.
I moved to that address on June the 1st. I am not allowed to park in the parking lot because my plates is not from Rhode Island yet. I'm having a little issue of transferring my plate. And they told me that I could park in the streets. I've been parking there for the month. And then on June, I think it was like July the 15th, they just started giving tickets.
She explains that she's been having some difficult times. Check it out.
That was a difficult timing for me.
You've been having some difficult times?
I was 3 months pregnant and I lost the baby. So my friends were coming and visit me just to keep me like up now. I've been very depressed over the loss of my baby because I only have one child and she's 17. And she asked me to have a kid since she was 9. And when I came out pregnant, my whole family was excited and everything. For me to lose the baby at 3 months is devastating. It's hard for me to see memories of my baby in my house. And on top of that I got the tickets. Everybody was getting tickets. It was on a weekend and I'm like, listen, I'll go to the court because it's my fault that y'all here visiting me. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Today was that day that I woke up and I said, let me go to court. Let me do this so I could get over it. But it's been kind of hard for me these months because of that. Every time the day comes close to the day that I lost my baby, it's kind of hard. It happened on June the 24th, and they took out my baby on June the 28th.
The judge asked her if she'll be paying for the other tickets. Here's her response.
I'm being honest, they're my friends, and they were there for me, so I told them that I would take care of it. Still there for me, because my friend, Nicasio, she's still living with me, because she's afraid that I might do something to myself, because I'm totally depressed. My daughter just came from Florida, because she moved to Florida, and she was with me for like 2 weeks, and then she went back and she told my friend that she was afraid of leaving me alone.
Check out Judge Frank's remarks.
Your story is very moving for me. I think all of us have a great deal of understanding and sympathy for you. You present yourself as just such a decent and honorable person. If I were to make a decision ordinarily, original fines were $460. I probably would have reduced that ordinarily, but I don't have it in my heart to do that to you. I have reached people all over this country, actually all over the world, through social media. Some of the stories here are so compelling that who are very generous, who have good hearts and understanding, have sent in checks saying, please use these for someone who has, and God bless them for their generosity.
The judge informed her that he has a few checks with him. Here's what he did with it.
They both have sent in a check for $100 and asked me to use it for someone who I think is. So I'm going to use their generosity to pay for your fines. I'm going to reduce the fines to $200.
Thank you.
Come up here. Come up here. I want to give you a hug. Come up here. Come up here. Come here.
A woman who also experienced a lot of trauma over the past year appeared before the judge.
Andrew, you have 4 different registrations. You have 5 tickets that go back to 2004, 2005, and 2006. Can you prosecute those tickets?
From 04, 05, we won't even have copies of those, Your Honor.
Those matters are going to be dismissed.
Although those earlier tickets were dismissed, she wasn't off the hook yet.
Then you got a ticket on Friendship Street in 2008. That was a parking meter on Friendship Street. That's going to cost you $25. Then you have a parking meter in 2014 on Friendship Street. So far you're doing pretty good because all you got is $50. And now you have 4 parking tickets.
Are you talking about the most recent ones?
Most recent ones, right.
She would break down in tears when trying to explain how she got the tickets.
Yeah, the one on 11-1, I went to Social Security because my son was recently killed last year. So they cut my check because he had owed money.
Who?
My son was killed
March of last year. So I was his rep payee, my money, because he had owed money. So I had to go to Social Security to fix that matter. When I came out, I had a ticket. Then another time on the 5th, the parking meter wasn't working. I have the picture. 1/4, I was at court because landlord was trying to evict. So I was at eviction court. Come out, I got a ticket. Mind you, he won possession of the apartment, so I had to move. So I got a ticket, he won possession of the apartment. Then I get another one because I tried to go to the legal services to try to get help. I go get some change out of Dunkin' Donuts, come out, I got a $100 ticket.
What was
It's
the,
like I can't win.
The judge asked about the Social Security issue.
what was the situation with the mix-up in Social Security with your son?
My son was killed last year, March of last year. They said that he owed $75 overpayment from May of 2016. Mind you, he was already deceased at that time. So what they did was they stopped my whole check until I went in there to fix the problem. So when I came out, I had a pocket on SSDI. I don't have $400 to give you on top of whatever else. I really do. I just had to come up with money for a new apartment. I'm still paying Russell and Boyle for my son's funeral. I don't know where this money's supposed to come from. I wish I would have got my brother that night and he wouldn't have killed my son. That's why my son's gone. And I'm just really having a tough time, Your Honor.
The judge took her circumstances into consideration. Here's his ruling.
I think we can all express our sympathy to you and understand the trauma that you have experienced.
Still going back and forth to court for that. It's still in motion.
I'm going to take all of the circumstances have explained to me into consideration and see if I can balance the equities, protect the interest of the city into consideration. The horrific story told us relative to your son. I don't think anyone.
It's the worst feeling in the world. I feel so empty.
I'm going to reduce this to $50. How much time do you need?
I have it on me now.
It's not going to leave you without any money, is it?
I'll leave here with $5.
I'm not going to leave you with $5. I'm going to dismiss everything.
Thank you.
All right. With our best wishes and hope that things turn around good for you. Good luck to you. Honey, what's the little girl's name?
Janice.
Hi, Janine. You want to come up here and help me out? Come on. Tell us your full name.
Janice.
Okay, and how old are you?
6.
Wow. And do you go to school?
Yes.
What is your favorite subject? Is it English?
Yes.
I think you're going to say yes to everything I say, right? Well, let me ask another question. Do you someday think you want to be, when you get older, well, not old like me, but just older, when you graduate from college, what do you think you want to do in life?
I wanted to be a teacher.
That's a very wonderful thing for you to do. That's a great job. That way you can help other people to improve their lives, right?
Yes.
You get a great joy from teaching.
Yes.
You still want to be a teacher?
Yes.
Visualizing that in your mind, and that'll happen someday.
Judge Frank would ask the kid to be a judge for the next 5 minutes, which she agreed to.
You're going to be fair and honest in trying to help me out, okay?
Okay.
And you promise. Your mom is charged with parking on a sidewalk, and that fine is $100. Now, she hasn't paid the ticket, so we have penalties in addition to the $100. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask her to give us an explanation, and then we're going to make a decision on what we should do, okay?
Okay.
Now, do you have an explanation?
Yes,
This
I
is
do.
Here's her explanation.
I went to my cousin's house to pick up something, and when I went up, because the street is really bad, they was having a party. I didn't want nobody to hit my car, so I went on the sidewalk to be able to. I went upstairs, and then the police was there, and they didn't want to open the door because I guess they was gonna shut down the party, so I couldn't come outside. When I came outside, so the $100 and
Yeah, so you parked on the sidewalk while were you at the party as well?
yes.
That's your explanation. So your mom says, well, I went to a party at my cousin's house, and I parked on the sidewalk, and it was having a good time. Even if I wanted to move the car, I couldn't because the police were downstairs. So here's the choices now. Give us the choices by number, and then we make a decision. Don't look at anybody, just you and me, okay? Because we're going to be fair. So we can do number one is we can give her all the penalty, and that would be $300. Or we could do number two, and we can waive the penalty, so she pays no penalties, $100. Look over here. Or we can do number three and say, well, we'll give her a break, we'll cut the fine in half, we'll charge her $50. Or we can do number four and say, maybe we'll charge her $0. The real fine is $300 with the penalty. The original fine is $100. And if you wanted to cut that in half, it would be $50. The other is $0.
Let's see the number she picks.
I'm gonna charge her number 3. What's the number again?
Let's go try to 50.
50.
So you want to charge her $50. Now, you're sure you don't want to charge her 100, which was the original fine?
No.
Okay, you can't charge her 0, right?
No.
Can't charge you 0. Right now, I know that you've been here since 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's like 9:20 already, right?
Yes.
Well, suppose I make a deal with your mom, that if she buys you breakfast when you leave, that I'll dismiss it. Is that a good deal? So I'll charge her 0 if she buys you breakfast, if you say it's okay. But if you say it's not okay, then she's going to pay the 50. What do you think?
Breakfast.
Breakfast. Oh, thank you so much. You did a great job.
A student appears before the judge over parking tickets.
So, honey, you have 6 unpaid parking tickets, and most of them, let's see, they're all in the afternoon. They're all at parking meters.
I have a ticket for a year.
I understand, but there's a parking meter in front of you.
Yeah. Because there is no special parking, so it's hard to find a parking.
You don't have a parking space?
No, there is no parking unless, like,
Where do you park at night?
yeah.
She has the overnight parking permit.
At night, I park the same
Oh,
parking
okay.
I got the
All
tickets.
right. Are you a student?
Yes,
Where?
Johnson and Wells, the other tickets that I got. And
What are you studying?
network engineering.
You didn't come to court today to network, did you?
No.
No? Okay. First of all, I'm going to waive the penalties. And then what I'm going to do with the other tickets is, the original tickets were $150. With penalties, it's $350. So I'm going to charge you half of the original tickets, which is $75. I'm reluctant even to do that. You're a student, you're living there, you have an overnight parking pass. I'm trying to do what I think is just and equitable, taking into consideration the position of the city. So I'm going to fine you $75. And I hope that you can get the situation resolved.
That would have been the end of the case, but the judge asked if she liked living up there.
Thank you so much.
Do you like living up there?
Yeah, so.
See, you're supposed to say, Judge, I love living in the city. The city's wonderful. They have great restaurants. They have great quality of life. And most important, Judge, they have a great judicial system.
She explained she's been having some problems.
And the judges
No,
are
but
just
I got in
wonderful.
bad situation. First time they broke my window because I live in a lot of bars, and the second time they make a lot of pencil stuff on my car. So that's why I have to park a house, even though I know I am gonna get tickets.
They broke into your car?
Yeah, my window. They broke my window. I don't know. They didn't steal anything, but I know they might be drunk and said, oh.
You have a very good attitude that's trying to study here. I'm going to reconsider what I did. Based on the fact that you had your window broken, it cost you money for that, right? You've done everything you were supposed to do. I'm going to give you a break on this. It's going to cost you nothing, okay? See if you can solve the problem.
Thank you so much.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you so